Before we start today's main focus of the video, I want to go ahead and give you guys an update on the $40 Yamaha phazer. Got some sad news with the phazer. For some reason it locked up again. The engine went tight. It loaded up with fuel in the crankcase, I'm pretty sure. And then I pulled the heads off and everything. Took a look down in the piston, everything didn't look like it was scored, none of that. It's either a crank bearing, rod bearing, or maybe there's fuel hydrolocking it, because one of the pistons is at bottom dead center and one's at top, so it's really hard to get off that spot when one of your pistons is at bottom dead center. But that is kind of what's going on with the phazer at the moment. If you guys really want us to do a rebuild or a motor swap, I have a motor that we could probably throw in it and do a top end on that motor. It's an SRV 540 motor, which is basically the same. The mounting's the same. We can probably just throw it in there. But I've done about 10 of these engines fully rebuilt, about 10 or 12 of them already. So I know how to rebuild them, but is it really worth it when I only paid 40 bucks? I could probably still get 100 bucks just for everything else here, because the chassis and everything else is decent. And there's some good usable motor parts, like the carbs and everything else. So let me know what you guys think, but I think this thing is still... Yeah, that thing ain't moving. I put a crowbar in there again and tried to move it, and we sprayed a bunch of stuff down in there, tried to soak it. Just was not doing anything, so that's kind of where the phazer is at right now. We got a good ride out of it. All of a sudden we let it sit for about 5 days. Tried to start it, it was turning over, and then it seemed like I took the spark plugs out. There was fuel shooting out, so it looked like either my fuel pump was leaking or my needles and seats were leaking on the carburetors, which could be possible. So I don't know. We're going to try to pull the cylinders off and see what's underneath. And if the motor's toast, I'll probably just throw it on Facebook Marketplace or something and get my money back. But moving on, the actual main focus of the video is actually we got another $40 snowmobile. I'm going to show you guys that right now. Okay, so here's the other $40 snowmobile we got. It's a 79 Arctic Cat Jag 3000, which is the 340 fan-cooled engine. This thing does run and drive, so it's in rough shape. There's no dash. There is a headlight housing. Sweet. I'm gonna be able to fix the headlight because I didn't think there was a housing, but there is, so that's good. But there is no dash. It does feature a very old track that has cleats on it still from the 70s. The seat is in fair shape. One of the leaf springs by the ski is kind of broken, and it has a quick detach hood here. If I can lift it off, I can just lift it right off. But here is the underneath the hood look. All I did would get this thing running, guys. I'll give you kind of the process that I did. I didn't have to do anything complicated. I did the pullover test, turned over, wasn't seized up. The guy said, the full story, what the guy told me was, use it for ice fishing like the last 3 years. And last year, I guess it was bogging when he was trying to accelerate, and the oil pump wasn't working, so he just pre-mixed his fuel, which is totally fine for me. I mean, I don't care. So what I did is I checked for spark right away. It was really weak spark, so I was kind of concerned. I seen one of the spark plug caps kind of was loose, and the connection inside on the wire was basically falling out. So I just squirted a little bit of gas down the spark plugs. It popped off, so I knew it was going to run. And then I went ahead and went to the store. I got new spark plug caps, new spark plugs, and then I deleted the oil injection tank, took it off, plugged the line down there so I didn't have to suck any air in. Pressurized the gas tank to push some fuel up. Fuel pump was working. Took the air box off and got rid of that because I didn't want to make sure that wasn't clogged or something. Why the guy said it was bogging, it could have been just the air filter or something. But I'm going to go ahead and try to start this thing, and we'll see if we can get it started. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it on camera because I don't have my tripod handy right now, so I might just get it started and then start the video back up for you guys. So it's got the Spirit motor in it, which is the Suzuki, I think, I want to say. Or maybe it is Arctic Cat's Spirit motor, I'm not sure. But it's very, very, very weak on power, like 30 horsepower, I think. But just for a field beater, somebody's going to send it, I'm sure. So stay tuned. We'll try to get this thing started. Alright guys, we got it running. It took like maybe 7-8 pulls. It's pretty cold out today, probably about 20 degrees. And it doesn't have a primer, so it's just a choke. It's got a lot of clutch noise. The guy sent me a different clutch, so. There we go. Definitely might be running a little lean. And the throttle cable system is all sorts of whack, so I gotta get that fixed. But other than that, it does run. I'm gonna do a little bit of a carb tuning and richen up the idle mixture a little bit. There we go. What the heck? She just bogged out. It's like it's got air in the system, you can see. Fuel pump stopped pumping. But anyways, guys, it needs minor work. We'll try to get this thing figured out. But I just wanted to give you guys a first initial look at it and see what we're working with. Definitely a nice beater for 40 bucks. I got another SRV 540 that I found for 50 bucks. I'm going to be getting that hopefully soon, so we'll have that. So we have a ton of projects, guys. And stay tuned to the channel for more of these videos and the Warrior content. We have another snowmobile in Indy yet that's got to get worked on. That'll be coming soon. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, guys. There's going to be a nice giveaway. We're going to give away a nice pair of goggles, maybe some other stuff. So don't want to miss that. Make sure you subscribe. Keep watching all the videos, and thank you again.